That's called I Have Dreamed. I have dreamed that your arms were lovely. What's that from? Dee-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Dee-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Oh, it's not Carousel. To be loved by you, I would love being loved by you. Oh, listen, if you knew how many young ladies have melted when they've heard that singing voice. I thought... There you go. Get out of here. What do you know about music? Taught Ed Ames everything he knows. I have dreamed that your arms were lovely. What's that from, Bob? I have dreamed. I have dreamed. Bee-bee-bee-bye-bye. Oh, The King and I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. The unsinkable King and I. It's 16 minutes after 10 o'clock. Oh, I'm so lazy, Clarence. I can't stand it today. It's Wednesday. It's the heat and the humility. Oh, don't do that. Every time you do that, Huh? See, ever since I got that teddy bear with a little music box in it, every time Clarence turns it on, I just drop right off. But I feel refreshed afterwards. I feel 100% better. Don't do it again. Not you too. You too. I mentioned Dr. Luther Terry before. 30 million Americans have kicked the cigarette habit, and the former Surgeon General, the man who linked tobacco and lung cancer, said he can't understand why more people haven't stopped. Recent surveys have indicated that over 90% of the population is aware of the dangers of smoking, but Dr. Luther Terry said that the point, and I quote him now, the point that gives us the greatest concern is if so many of our people are aware of the health danger, why do so many of them continue to smoke? Well, interesting question. Dr. Terry was a heart researcher who served as Surgeon General under President Kennedy and President Johnson. He's credited with blowing the whistle on cigarettes with his Blue Ribbon Medical Report that was back in 1964. He linked lung cancer, emphysema, bronchitis, and heart disease to tobacco. He said per capita consumption of cigarettes is lower today than it was in 1963. But 52 million Americans still smoke cigarettes. Dr. Terry said we estimate that there would have been 75 million if our report had not come out, but still 52 million is too many. Evidence of progress in arresting the increase in the amount of smoking. 30 million Americans have kicked tobacco. And that's interesting. The average potency of cigarettes is about 30% less than it was 12, 14 years ago. There is a rising tide, too, said Dr. Terry, a rising tide of interest in protecting the rights of the non-smoker. More and more places are being barred to smoking. We've succeeded in informing the public, but we have not produced an adequate motivation to respond. We must educate the public and convince them to act and react. People must be convinced to develop a pattern of life that will conserve and protect good health, whether we're talking about smoking or alcohol or drugs or whatever. Quote Dr. Luther Terry, the man who wrote the Surgeon General report linking all of these different diseases to smoking, who wonders today, are they crazy? They're still smoking. 53 million Americans. And if you're one of them, Dr. Terry thinks there's something wrong with you. I have a friend, I wouldn't embarrass him and tell you his name, who had a serious heart attack. And the doctor said to him, you have to quit smoking or you're going to die. So he quit smoking, just like that. I asked him if it's tough. He said, no, I just don't smoke anymore.
Who's this?
I'm not going to tell you. Yes. The Great Pumpkin would kill me if I released his name. But he had to quit, and he did quit. And why does it take something like that? Why do you have to have a heart attack? You know how bad it is for you. What?
I know who you're talking about.
Sure. He's not smoking anymore.
I know. He used to be a pretty good smoker, too.
He was a very good smoker, if there is.
He practiced long and hard.
You're still smoking, and I'm ashamed of you.
Well, I quit 4 or 5 months. And just like happened to you, you start back one at a time. Now I'm back full-fledged, but I'm quitting again.
I quit a week ago.
Yeah, I know. I got to quit sometime in the summer before hockey season. So, yeah. I felt so much better not smoking.
I did, too. You know where I can see it, feel it? Racquetball.
Yeah.
I started playing racquetball.
I can feel it lying down, sleeping. You know,
right?
Yeah.
Why do you do it?
Because we're a little senile or something.
I don't know. It's insanity. Just had a feature here by Dr. Terry, who published the Surgeon General report. He can't believe that people are still smoking.
Yeah, that's the... But I am going to get off them again.
Hey, did you gain a little weight when you quit?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes, it is. I put on 18 pounds in as many hours after I quit smoking.
I am going to smoke a pipe.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Gives you something to do with your hands, and it gives you so much junk to carry in your pockets that it's like having a hobby.
It's good for the suit business, too. You usually burn a pair of trousers, on the average once a week.
Right, seat covers. Just smoking a pipe keeps you busy, plus it offends so many people, particularly when you get large enough assortment of that tar in the bottom that goes when you take a deep, I thoroughly enjoy a pipe. It's probably the most repulsive thing I've ever done. Second.
Yeah. How are you?
Got any gold pieces? What is that?
I said, how are you?
I wanted to talk about the dairy case at Schnucks.
Why not?
Well, yesterday, Clarence had the entire Rudy Rosica dance school dance across the dairy case, and they danced right through into the yogurt. We had a terrible mess, and I wanted to apologize to the Schnucks people, and I wanted to tell you, if you're a Schnucks shopper, that we have restocked the dairy case, and there it is. And it's all loaded with yogurt and butter and margarine and milk and fruit juices. Oh, here they come again. Clarence, try to dance them over something more substantial than the dairy case this time. Perhaps you could dance them back into the storeroom and then dance some of those cute checkers into the walk-in box one at a time. That's up to you. Schnucks is the friendliest stores in town, and now the Schnucks people bring you the dancing checkers under the leadership of Rudy Rosica. Going toward the cold cuts case, Clarence, do be careful because, that's a large glass case, and you know what they did yesterday to the dairy product. They've done it again. I think Rudy better just dance them out onto the parking lot. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Those are the dancing checkers, and they've done it again. Look at all that. The friendliest stores in town. There's a Schnucks store near you. Stores have a personality, and Schnucks stores just have a more fun personality. They're just nicer people to do business with. Schnucks. There's a great Schnucks store out near you right there.
Right on Olive.
On Olive, just off of Lindbergh, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know I might be moving out in your neighborhood?
Don't tell me.
Yep. I have put my house in the city on the market. I'm thinking about moving out to the county.
No kidding.
Yep.
I may move further away then.
I may just follow you.
I have heard of your parties.
Oh, I have wild, riotous, bacchanalian parties, sometimes spending as much as 75 to 80 cents a guest to assure them a good time. Yeah, there's a girl left over from last Saturday night. Hello, dear.
She's still there?
Still here. Some people just never go home. You mean you and Fran wouldn't come to one of my gala soirees?
Fran would let me go to your parties under no other circumstances.
She'd have to come along.
Only.
Oh, I do. I have these wild parties. We play charades and just do terrible things. What was I going to talk about? Oh,
I have no idea.
The 4th of July is coming.
No kidding.
Do they have a 4th of July?
No, they have July 1st.
What was I going to talk about? Oh,
I have no idea.
The 4th of July is coming.
No kidding.
Do they have a 4th of July?
No, they have July 1st. Is Canada's
had to get in there.
Dominion Day
Dominion Day. What does that celebrate?
Well, it's their 100. I know July 1st, 1967 was Canada's 100th birthday. It's Canada's birthday.
Oh, should we?
July 1.
Will you be here July 1? I'll sing Happy Birthday to Canada.
I may be betwixt and between here and there on. That can be if I don't start talking any better.
You Canadians have kind of got Thanksgiving messed up too, don't you?
Yeah, it's first Monday in October or something.
Yeah, but it's not Thanksgiving for the same thing. It's Thanksgiving for the Americans who come across the border and blow all that money.
Steal all our gas.
You're really rotten. 4th of July is coming up, 3 days after Canada.
You hear what I heard on the CBS News the other night? Gas is going to be $1 a gallon in Canada by the end of the summer.
Why in Canada?
Well, they're suffering great pangs of this inflation.
Yeah.
And gas has always been higher in Canada anyway.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. But
I knew there was a lot of gas there because I've known a couple of Canadians.
Yeah, I know. Keep going. I'm an alien here. I'm not going to comment.
Okay, and it's going to be up to $1 a gallon.
That's what they say.
Yeah. I think it'll be $1 a gallon here.
Yeah, then it's going to be tough.
Now, as I was saying before, Captain
You make
Gas,
a guy feel so welcome and so much at home when he
why,
gets into this.
you're
studio.
welcome. You know that there's an open door policy. Anytime you want to just pop right in, just pop right in.
I thought that until I found the studio door locked the last time I tried.
Louder!
See, and there's Bernie Fox. Do you want us to be a little louder, Bernie? You can't hear us?
Funnier!
Funnier. He wants you to be funnier and me to talk a little louder.
Fox gives me those orders. He's been giving me those orders for 7 years, and I haven't listened to one of them
He's
yet.
past mandatory retirement age. You don't have to take anything from him. Just one call to New York and he's gone.
He's pretty good on the road with that credit card, though.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
He picks up all those tabs.
We eat some pretty good meals when Fox is along.
Do you really?
Sure.
Son of a...
Well, he has seniority here.
He has seniority over anybody.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The 4th of July is coming up, and this will be the nation's 199th birthday, and also the 9th birthday for Budget Rent-A-Car. Over the Memorial Day holiday, we had a special price, and for the first time in our history, we were out of cars. Well, we've got a 4th of July weekend special at Budget Rent-A-Car that's going to be even bigger than Memorial Day. Any car on the lot, $5 a day and a nickel a mile. You pay the gas. Sound terrific? $5 a day and a nickel a mile. You pay the gas from noon Thursday until noon Monday the 7th. That's the 3rd through the 7th, and you don't have to take it the whole weekend. You can take it one day or a part of a day or whatever. If you got company in from out of town, if you want a car for your family, if you just want to have a new car over the 4th of July weekend, you come over to Budget Rent-A-Car and take advantage of our special $5 a day and a nickel a mile on a Chevy Monte Carlo, an Olds Cutlass, a Pontiac Le Mans, or any car on the lot. $5 a day, a nickel a mile. The 4th of July weekend at Budget Rent-A-Car. 423-3000 to reserve your car. 423-3000. Budget, got it? Budget Rent-A-Car.
Good place to park your car at the airport, too.
Yeah, that's right. Just saying I have to
That's the tag on the commercial.
But it's a good place to park your car at the airport. I have to go to, I was just thinking.
I heard you. I'm sorry to hear your grandmother.
Yeah, I have to go back. I'm going to go this weekend, I think. Just thinking if I had to rent a car.
And drive to San Francisco?
No, when I get there on the airplane.
Oh.
First of all, it's L.A., it's not San Francisco.
Oh, I thought it was San Francisco.
No, Los Angeles. That's such a rotten town to get around in. It's going to be pretty warm this time of the year in L.A., won't it?
I would think so.
Yeah.
No warmer than here, not as humid as here.
I hate Los Angeles.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't like it. Never did.
I hear L.A. isn't too wild about you either, so.
Yeah, well, I think we got a mutual thing going. You go back there, don't you, for hockey games?
Yeah.
Where do you stay?
Usually, the last couple of times we've stayed, Mr. Solomon is a friend who owns the Ambassador Hotel.
Sure.
The old Ambassador. And
Lovely
I really
old
love it.
hotel. Isn't that a nice hotel? Way out on Wilshire.
Yeah. And usually we stay out near the airport at the Sheraton or the Marriott. But I really enjoyed our last couple of visits. We stayed at the Ambassador.
Are the rooms nice at the Ambassador?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Big rooms.
Yeah, and we stayed in these little cabanas out around the pool or around the grounds, and it's very nice.
Tell you, I grew up in that neighborhood. I used to go, as kids, we used to go over the Ambassador before and during the Second World War. The Ambassador Hotel at one time had a little 9-hole golf course on the grounds.
Oh, I can see they have enough room for that.
And it had a complete zoo.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was quite
That's the home of the famous Coconut Grove, isn't it?
That's right.
It only operates now for special functions or,
Yeah, for many years, Freddie Martin booked that room.
When we first started going to L.A. in hockey, 6, 7.
The Coconut Grove, or not the Coconut, the Ambassador, which has been one of the top hotels in the country for 40 years. with a great reputation, and it will go into the history books as the place where Robert
Yeah.
Kennedy was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, beautiful hotel. The rooms are nice, huh?
Pardon?
You say the rooms
Yeah,
are
yeah, they've done a lot of remodeling, and yeah, it's very nice.
expensive?
I can't really recall. I don't worry too much about the cost when KMOX is picking up the tab.
Oh, Bernie was there with his magic card again, right?
Yeah.
I usually stay at the Beverly Wilshire. That's a very nice hotel.
I think we've stayed there.
Yeah.
I'm not a great fan of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I like San Francisco much better.
Yeah. I can get along without either one. You know what I like? What's fun for me is when I got nothing to do, I like to pick up the
It's
phone.
10:31, and we're a minute late for the sports.
Call the Air Masters people. Have them
That's
come
a
out
time check, Clarence.
and fix my air conditioning. I like to just sit and watch them work on the air conditioning. Poetry in motion. You know what I'm talking about?
Boy, those birds in your air conditioning. Have you had birds build nests in your air conditioning?
Unplug it! Unplug! We got one with a bad cord here.
That's a funny bit. I heard you playing that.
What?
What's his name with?
Who? You have a little trouble.
Oh, it was the Benny thing.
The Jack Benny
With
thing
the
with
Christmas tree
with
lights?
The Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
No, I was thinking of some of those other ones you play. The guy and the girl, husband and wife.
The Bickerson.
The Bickerson.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was the Jack Benny thing. That was a funny bit.
With the Christmas tree lights. Yeah.
Turn it off.
Carrier air conditioning from Air Masters. Now, if you're thinking about air conditioning your home, if it's never had central air before, or if it has had and the central air is kind of tired, or if, you're just using window units, Air Masters can do the job no matter what. They'll install new Carrier equipment or other equipment. They do all the duct work. They do everything. And if you've got window units, they'll take those in trade for your new central air. And they've got a special Carrier air conditioning rebate where you get $50 on any round central air conditioning system, but that's a limited offer, so you better hurry. Now, the name of that is Air Masters. You have air conditioning.
Yep.
I don't. Air Masters on South Taylor. I have window units. South Taylor in Kirkwood. And the telephone number for 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year service, the telephone number is 821-2644. Air Masters, 821-2644. Dan Kelly.
You and Rex Davis.
Dan Kelly.
Rex Davis doesn't have a basement. You don't have air conditioning.
That's right.
Two of the top personalities of KMOX.
We
Very
don't flaunt it. The idea today is to maintain
Save
a
and
low
save.
profile and put your money away, because look at what happens to a guy who makes a lot of big money and then all of a sudden it's over and he hasn't saved anything. Let me give you a good example. Who can I think of that's like that?
Me.
Guy besides you. I'm talking about a guy who made a big bundle and blew it all, spent it all.
Bernie Fox.
Bernie Fox is a classic example of that. Wine, women, and song was his downfall. Today, I doubt that Bernie's got more than $500,000 out of all that money that he extorted from his KMOX credit card. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It is now.
I thought you were going to do something else. You go ahead. I'm just here to fill in.
I was going to do something else here first, Clarence.
I remember Elm Street, that funny old lemonade stand, where 5 cents bought a great big glass, freshly squeezed by hand, or swinging in a hammock in a nice piece of shade, cooling off an afternoon with a pitcher of lemonade. Country time, tastes like that good old-fashioned lemonade. A picnic, a softball game, a holiday parade, with a real thirst-quenching taste of ice-cold lemonade. Country time, tastes like that good old-fashioned lemonade.
Have you tried New Country Time? It tastes like good old-fashioned lemonade. Not too tart, not too sweet. New Country Time lemonade flavored drink mix is made with 100% natural lemon flavor. Just add water. Sugar's already in. New Country Time makes 10 quarts for just 6 cents a glass.
Country time, tastes like that good old-fashioned lemonade.
Country time. We have 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. If your business does, say, somewhere between $500,000 and $6 million a year in sales, I would like for you to see this little machine that Clarence turned on here. That's the Philips office computer. As you can see, it's about the size of a desk, and we call it the Clean Desk Machine. It does your billing, your inventory, your gross margin, all of this, payroll, and it has all of that information ready whenever you need it. Things that today take 2 days manually can be done in an hour or so. And the Philips Clean Desk Machine eliminates any possibility of error. Has a standard typewriter keyboard plus 7 more keys so that anyone can learn to use it, even you or me. I would guess the boss can do it. It is so simple to use, and there are something like 30 of them in St. Louis already. That was in the first year. There are over 25,000 of them in operation today. It is the finest office computer and the most compact and the most versatile and very easily can be expanded or whatever. We call it the Clean Desk Machine, and I would like for you to have full details on it by talking to General Data Systems, agents for Philips, Office Computers, General Data Systems, and this is the Clean Desk Machine, and their number is 991-2853. 991-2853. Now it's time for our GFC Sports Capsule, and here's Dan Kelly.
Good morning. Here's the 10:30 Sports Capsule, 6 minutes late. The opening round of the Wimbledon Championships will conclude today with the remainder of the women's program.
He's doing it now. Turn that off.
14 of the 31 American men.
The music is done. Nobody can hear you when the music...
Turn on that bubble machine again.
Start again. I'm sorry. Clarence got excited.
Now, 6 minutes and 15 seconds late. Here's the morning sports capsule for GFC.
Clarence, that's enough music, Clarence. That'll be enough right there. Go ahead, Danny.
The opening round of the Wimbledon Championships will conclude today with the remainder of the women's program. That's a familiar sound.
You said to turn on the
14 of the 31 American men entered in the prestigious tourney have advanced to the second round, but the 1972 champion Stan Smith and Vitus Gerulaitis suffered their first-round upsets. How do you like that name?
Throw him a fish.
Throw him a fish. Thanks, Bernie. Vitus Gerulaitis.
And Wake Forest defends its team title in the NCAA Golf Championship, which gets underway in Columbus, Ohio today. Deacon's team includes last year's individual title holder, Curtis Strange, along with Jay Haas of Belleville, who, of course, was the low-scoring amateur in last week's U.S. Open near Chicago.
These names, Vitus Gerulaitis and Curtis Strange?
No. And European champion Joe Bugner wound up his heavyweight training today for Monday's heavyweight title bout against Muhammad Ali in Malaysia.
Boy, are you dull.
Defending champion Tom Watson, Lee Trevino, and Arnold Palmer are among the 156 golfers getting ready for tomorrow's opening of the Western Open Golf Tournament in Oak Brook, Illinois.
Well, now, isn't that strange?
But some of the big names, including Jack Nicklaus and Johnny Miller, are skipping the Western Open.
I certainly hope.
And the Cardinals will play tonight in New York against the Mets. Our broadcast will be on the air at 6:40 here on KMOX. You don't have to be talented to do this sports capsule. You just have to talk loud.
I'm with you.
Sears, where America shops.
Hurry to Sears Bath Shop and save 20% on every bath towel. From bold stripes and exotic checkered patterns to luscious solids, they're all 20% off. Choose from a beautiful array of fashion colors, regularly $1.25 to $4.99. Sale price now from $1 to $3.99. Matching hand towels and washcloths also on sale. Stock up now. Save 20% on every bath towel at Sears.
Sears, where America shops.
Now save 10 to 35% on carpeting at Sears. 6 different Sears carpet lines are on sale now, including shag, sculptured, indoor-outdoor, and kitchen carpets. For example, you can buy enough deep pile shag carpet to cover an average 12 by 15-foot room for as little as $97.60. 6 different carpet lines on sale. Dozens of colors to choose from. Save 10 to 35% right now at Sears.
Now, you would think that when the sports capsule is presented by friendly Bob Adams, that Clarence, who has had a column written about him by the radio and television columnist, you think someone who is that sharp an engineer would play the right commercial.
Yeah, you'd think that.
But he didn't.
No, he didn't.
So I'm going to have to give one more sports item.
Oh, okay. And then you're going to introduce... I think Clarence got a little of that last one on your lapel.
I think so.
Go ahead.
The Associated Press says Czechoslovakia has agreed to have America represented by a mini team at next month's Triangle track meet in Prague.
I understood that they weren't going to have that track meet, that the
And a Czechoslovak sports official says negotiations between the U.S. and the Soviet Union still are going on for the canceled July 4th meet in Kiev.
Canceled checks. Get it?
Now, 10 minutes late.
Hold on.
If Clarence will push the right button.
What are you going to do here? Tell him and he'll do it.
Clarence, would you please let us hear from a very good friend of mine who has some very important words to say about a very good guy named Friendly Bob.
1/3 of the people in Southeast Asia are refugees. To many of these, the Dooley Foundation brings medical care. Help the Dooley Foundation, 442 Post Street, San Francisco, 94102.
Friendly Bob is a refugee?
Well, there goes the Friendly Bob account.
Men and women, part-time positions are open in hundreds of fields, good pay and many benefits. Call the Missouri Army National Guard area representatives at 892-3119. An equal opportunity employer.
Here's some straight talk about money management from GFC Corporation. When Friendly Bob Adams talks to folks, he's found the people who lived through the Depression of the 1930s often have very different ideas about credit and borrowing. Friendly Bob met one gentleman, as a matter of fact, recently, who actually seemed embarrassed about discussing a loan. Somehow he had the idea that it was like asking for charity, and that's something a lot of people had to do during the Depression. Well, Friendly Bob pointed out to this gentleman he was probably paying a sizable carrying fee on the balance of his monthly bills and charge accounts. Now, that fellow writes one check instead of many and saves time and money, too. And that's not charity. That's smart money management. For more straight talk about money, call Friendly Bob at Main 1-4242. That's GFC Corporation at Main 1-4242. GFC Corporation makes loans up to $2,500. Call Main 1-4242.
I get the New York Times book review section in the mail every week, and I really enjoy it. Just going through so many books here that I'd like to get. Let me tell you a little bit about some custom-made draperies from good friends of mine and good sponsors, too. They've been on the air for a long time, Discount Draperyland and Mr. Izcats, and a special offer that's going on right now from Discount Draperyland. We have noticed in the past that so many people will order new drapes and so on and then say, well, tell you what, we'll leave up the old hardware because we don't want to spend that additional money and so on. So here's our special, and I think it's a good one, too. You can order custom-made draperies at Discount Draperyland, beautifully done, and, of course, they have a reputation for that. At our regular low prices, you'll see that, nothing added to the price, a regular low price, and you'll receive single, double, or triple conventional and decorator rods, complete with hardware by Kirsch, they're the best in the business, free. Now, you select the rods that match or complement your new drapes from our extensive in-stock display at the showroom. And believe me, new rods make a big difference, but you better hurry. For shop-at-home service, call Discount Draperyland, and remember, all rods and hardware are free when you order your drapes right now at 427-6600, Discount Draperyland. 427-6600, the showroom is at 10461 St. Charles Rock Road in the St. Anne Shopping Center, and the number again is 427-6600, Discount Draperyland, 427-6600. When do they get you your drapes, Clarence? 4 weeks. Clarence ordered his new drapes. 427-6600, Discount Draperyland. It's 17 minutes before 11 o'clock. I have a little note here from E.J. Nasrallis. This has to do with that shipment. You know, I told you that the Papagallos that we had at the discount, at the Famous Brand shoe stores, are pretty well gone, and they are. However, all 6 stores have a tremendous selection of espadrilles. These are so good looking in navy, white, denim, yellow, red, green, tan. These are priced around town starting at $17. Our price is $10. We went right to the importer and bought every pair he had in stock. Espadrilles at all 6 Famous Brand shoe stores. 8620 Olive Street, that's across the street from Mr. Lee's Chinese Restaurant. Number 1 Central City Shopping Center, 10036 Manchester, 4053 Union, 8069 Watson, and Fairview Heights at number 8 Crossroads Shopping Center. They've got them. Famous Brand shoe stores, specially priced espadrilles at Famous Brand shoe stores. It's 16 minutes before 11 o'clock.
Tomorrow is Dollar Day at 4 of the Sticks Bear and Fuller stores in the Budget Parkway shops at Sticks Downtown, Crestwood, River Roads, and Jamestown. If you've ever shopped at one of the Sticks Bear and Fuller's Dollar Day sales, or just now looking for a bargain bonanza, be on deck first thing tomorrow when the doors open at 9:30 a.m. for the goodies offered in this one-day, Thursday, tomorrow-only sale. There are timely, season-right things for your whole family and many items for your home. The Dollar Day sale tomorrow only in the Budget Parkway shops at Sticks, downtown, Crestwood, River Roads, and Jamestown.
Well, to celebrate the 4th of July and, of course, our nation's bicentennial, Alexian Carpet is offering that American Legend wall rug that I mentioned to you. It's beautiful. If you buy 100 yards or more of any kind of carpeting, they will give you this wall rug, this $100 wall rug, free. It's 4.5 feet long and 3 feet wide, and it's beautiful. It has the American flag on it and the American eagle. Do you like it, Clarence? I think it's handsome. Got the Liberty Bell and everything. You can buy the least expensive carpet, doesn't matter. But as long as you buy 100 yards, we'll give you that beautiful wall rug free. We'll bring samples up to your home, or you can come by the store at 1105 South Brentwood. Lexian Carpet, 1105 South Brentwood. Telephone 727-8400. 727-8400. Lulu White. What kind of a girl was Lulu White? Well, who do you suppose they wrote songs about in 1890? She's a little tired looking today, but in 1890, that Lulu was a Lulu. Wasn't she, Clarence? You don't believe me? Ask Gary Fender. The great Buick dealers of Greater St. Louis, I am informed, many of them have run low on the album, but they still are in stock, and more albums are on the way. This is the album that I narrate called The Great Talking Machine. It's free, and it's yours for just coming into a great Buick dealer of Greater St. Louis and asking for it. And while you're there, hopefully you'll look at the new Buick for 1975. Now, the great Buick dealers of Greater St. Louis also bring you the Great Talking Machine every afternoon, Monday through Friday at 5:25, and a 1-hour version of the Great Talking Machine every Sunday night, right after the 11 o'clock news here on KMOX. This is an album that would sell normally for about $5.95, but it's yours free if you're a licensed driver over 18. Limit 1 to a family at Gilbert Buick, Grandin Gravois, Ackerman Buick at Highway 270, Newhall's Ferry Road, Wagner Buick in Belleville, Wally Berger in Alton, and Mixon Buick in East St. Louis, Ken Bender in St. Charles, Art Hack, South Lindbergh at Tesson Ferry Road. Pick up your free album right away while they last, because this is a limited offer. The great Buick dealers of Greater St. Louis. What, Clarence?
Are you ready, cats?
Ein,
zwei, blue.
It's time to talk about good food at the Schneidhorst restaurants. And there are dry Schneidhorst restaurants. No, they're not dry. That means 3. Mesopotamian. The Hoffenberg Inn, there's Arthur, Hoffenberg at Lindbergh and Clayton Road, Arthur's in the Ramada Inn, and the Golden Galleon at the Holiday Inn West. And remember, this Hoffenberg Inn at Lindbergh and Clayton Road is the one from which the bus leaveth to taketh you and yours to the Muni Opera. Great food is a tradition. That's right. At all 3 Schneidhorst restaurants. Sunday brunch at the Hoffenberg. All the delicious chicken you and the family will enjoy at the Golden Galleon for one low price. 3 great restaurants with one great reputation, and that's for fine food. Schneidhorst, Hoffenberg Inn, Arthur's, and the Golden Galleon. It's time for our feature now. It's hard these days. This has to do with adoption. It is hard these days to find a healthy preschooler who needs to be adopted. However, many minority children do not have homes. They are waiting to be adopted. Today, on The Chosen Children, we will zero in on the problem of interracial adoption.
With a pool.
In the news, a University City man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison on a narcotics charge. U.S. District Court Judge Kenneth Wangelin imposed the sentence on 29-year-old Lavert Trotter of the 8600 block of Old Town Drive, who pleaded guilty to possession of 3 ounces of heroin. Meantime, federal agents have arrested another man suspected of possession of heroin. Undercover agents say they bought heroin from 24-year-old Ronald Parker of St. Louis. Agents say Parker started to reach for a pistol in his car but was disarmed. He has been charged with possession of heroin. St. Louis Firefighters Association officials say the rash of fires last Friday created an emergency situation in the city, and Union President Joe McMahon says that the problem was a shortage of manpower. He says that although Friday's 5 fires didn't have much overlap, at one point there were only 20 persons left to protect the rest of the city with only 3 pieces of equipment. There was 1 general alarm fire, 1 2-alarm fire, and 3 1-alarm fires. McMahon says if there had been 2 general alarms, the department could not have handled them. As it was, McMahon says there was more damage at the Crown Zellerbach and other fires because only minimum equipment was available to send. 2 policemen in Wellston have been arrested and suspended without pay, suspected of cashing stolen money orders. Patrolman Willie Hawthorne and Rayfield Nichols were arrested following a 2-week investigation. Detectives recovered more than 300 stolen money orders and 31 boxes of stolen china at a food shop operated by Hawthorne. The big push is on in the Illinois Capitol building in Springfield. Tomorrow's the deadline for final passage of legislation, a deadline that was set by the House and Senate leaders who want to adjourn the session by the end of the month. The Illinois House met until about 4 o'clock this morning, and the representatives were planning to be back in the chambers at noon today. The Senate recessed last night, but went back to work at 10:30 this morning. Appropriations are still the key issue. 2 men killed in an explosion this morning at a service station in East St. Louis have been tentatively identified. Authorities say they were identified tentatively as 21-year-old Frederick Works and 15-year-old Anthony Gilmore, both believed to be from the East St. Louis area. In sports, the New York Cosmos and Pele will come to St. Louis for the Straßenfest next month as the New York Cosmos take on the St. Louis Soccer Stars July 21st. Tickets for that game must be purchased as part of a 4-game ticket package. More information is available by calling the Soccer Star office. Former NCAA golf champion John Mahaffey is one of the pro golfers sharpening up now in Oak Brook, Illinois, for the Western Open golf tournament that begins tomorrow. Mahaffey, who wound up second in the U.S. Open after losing to Lou Graham in a playoff, is part of a strong field of 156 in the $200,000 event. Cardinals play the Mets again tonight. You'll hear it all on KMOX radio beginning at 6:40 p.m. The weather clear to partly cloudy, warm and humid, with a chance of a few periods of thunderstorms this afternoon, tonight, and again tomorrow. A high today and tomorrow around 90, the low in the morning about 70, and the temperature right now 83 degrees. This is Rex Davis for KMOX Radio, the voice of St. Louis. We can also tell you that in addition to the men who were killed in that explosion, the Coast Guard says that search operations are continuing at this hour for 2 men missing and presumed drowned in the Mississippi River at St. Louis. The 2, 54-year-old Merrill Haddock of Collinsville, Illinois, and 37-year-old Stanley Hollick of DeSoto, Missouri, went fishing last night in a boat, and the Coast Guard says a man was seen floating down the river at the foot of Victor Street, screaming for help before he was swept under a barge. The Missouri Division of Employment Security says unemployment in the state dropped from 7.1% in April to 6.6% in May. The total number of persons unemployed fell in that period by 11,800 to an overall total of 136,300. Division officials say a small increase in unemployment is expected for June because of the end of the school year. 11 o'clock, and now CBS.